churches. They're kind of fascinating. There's city churches and suburban churches and even country churches. There's big churches and medium-sized churches and small churches. There are traditional types of churches that use lots of iconic symbols. And then there are more modern churches that really don't use symbols at all. There's churches that sing a lot, and then there's churches that don't sing. Churches, they're just kind of fascinating. And here's the thing, there's so many of them, right? I mean, churches are everywhere. Did you know that we have 5 times more churches than post offices and 35 times more churches than McDonald's restaurants? It's true. Churches, they seem to be everywhere. But here's the question. What are they doing? One would think that with all of the churches, there would be a lot of good things happening, God things. But that's really not the case. As a matter of fact, while the population has increased by 11%, most churches have experienced a 10% decline in attendance. As many as 85% of American churches have plateaued or declined, which means that most churches have actually seen their best days and they're just kind of existing without a lot of hope. What's fascinating about this is that God actually has a message of hope for the modern church through the ancient church. Over the next few weeks, I want to introduce you to 7 ancient, real churches, churches that actually existed. And I want to share with you the message of hope that God gave to each and every one of them. Let me take you on a trip to the modern country of Turkey because it's home to all 7 of the churches mentioned in the opening chapters of the book of Revelation. The book begins as a letter from a prominent church leader to these Christian communities. So, real fast, here's the breakdown. Please remember every detail. Ephesus. It was the influential capital city of Asia Minor on the Aegean Sea, a city by the water. It was also the largest city in Asia Minor. The church at Ephesus is unique in that it was the first recipient of 4 New Testament books: the book of Ephesians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, and Revelation. It was a very important city in the early history of the church. Ephesus is now known for its huge metropolis of ancient streets, arches, and ruins. Smyrna was located north of Ephesus in a powerful trading position by the sea. It was known for its harbors and commerce and marketplaces. It was a large, wealthy city with a population of about 100,000, and it still thrives today with a population of about 200,000. Pergamum, the next city, was located on the plains and foothills of a river north of Smyrna. The town was known for being a center for many pagan religious cults. It was considered a major city of influence in Asia Minor. Thyatira was located in western Asia Minor, about 42 miles from Pergamum. It was the smallest of the 7 cities, but yet it receives the longest letter. The ancient city was known for its textiles and dyeing trade. Martha Stewart would have liked this place. The city of Sardis was located about 33 miles from Thyatira. Sardis was famous for its military history and its decadent temples of worship. Philadelphia was located about 30 miles from Sardis, and Philly was known for its cheesesteaks and a subpar NFL football team. Actually, it was known for its variety of temples and worship centers. Finally, there was the city of Laodicea, and it was located about 40 miles from Philly. It was a very wealthy town that specialized in banking and healthcare. It was also a primary trade route between the cultures of the East and the West. In these 7 real cities were 7 real churches. Churches filled with people. Churches that gathered and experienced life together. Some of these churches had some good things happening. They were on the ball. Unfortunately, most of these churches had some pretty serious problems, true. Let's go back to Turkey for a minute. God wrote a message to these 7 churches. The message was a passionate call for the church to get back to a place of impact and influence in its culture. Now get this. It's the same message for us, the church. Grace Bible Church, 748 Jones Road, Minooka, Illinois, in the United States of America. The words that we will uncover are words for us, and we would do well to listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. This series is a passionate call for the church to get back to a place of impact and influence in its culture. That's it. Very simple. And there's a sense of urgency here that the time for the church to get up and do something is now. The time for the church to make some noise is now. The time for the church to reach its culture is now.